Previously on Manzikert. After overthrowing Emperor Gregorios in a violent coup, Patriarch Valentinos declared the emperor's nephew, Alfricos, as the new emperor, and himself as imperial regent. He then arranged the execution of Gregorios' sister, Anna, and ordered his most loyal general, Manuel Lepida, to murder Anna's husband in Rome and then imprison Pope Gelasius. This gave Valentinos complete control over the Roman army in Italy. However, an old ally of the emperor, a city guard named Zachary, managed to sneak the emperor's son, Alfricos, out of Constantinople and away to safety in Hungary, where his cousin was king. King Stephen then raised an army of 20,000 men, invading the Roman Empire to restore his cousin to the throne. Upon hearing news of this, Governor Leo of Asia defected to Stephen's cause. He mustered 6,000 soldiers and marched to Constantinople. At the same time, the Roman army in the east proclaimed their commander, Anastasios, as emperor. The war for the Roman Empire has now begun. Before departing Hungary, Stephen spoke to Alfricos, promising the young boy that he would avenge the deaths of his family and bring him Valentinos' head. Stephen offered Zachary a commanding position in his army, but Zachary refused, preferring to stay with Alfricos. The Hungarians marched quickly. Stephen hoped to reach Constantinople before the Romans mobilized their full strength. He sent messengers to many local lords and nobility in Serbia, promising to grant them an independent vassal state if they joined his cause. The Roman governor of Serbia had no time to react before the Serbian rebels overwhelmed him. Thousands of Serbians then joined the Hungarian army. Each of the governors in Europe were fiercely loyal to Valentinos and were hard at work raising their local provincial armies. The armies of Thrace and Bulgaria, who were the most experienced provincial armies, were ready first and marched to intercept Stephen. The Romans had no idea how large Stephen's army was. In the ensuing battle, the Hungarians obliterated the Romans. A few weeks later, the Hungarians are right outside the walls of Constantinople. Leo's army was already on the other side of the Bosporus. The siege of Constantinople had begun. While this was going on, Manuel was rushing back to Greece as fast as possible with his most loyal men, numbering 20,000. This left Carolus in charge of a token force in Rome, in command of all the soldiers who still had sympathies towards Gregorios. And the city's people were furious that Carolus was keeping the Pope prisoner. Eventually, a conspiracy arose, led by a Greek noble named Eleftherios. He, several other soldiers, and a group of locals broke the Pope out of prison before fleeing into the countryside. Carolus was furious. He would not tolerate any rebellion. In retaliation, he threatened to massacre the people of Rome.